So hello guys, till now we have seen the Python and how to set up Python in our system, and we have also seen operators, variables, input output in Python, and some conditional statements in Python. So right now we are going to see loops in Python. Loops are very important in Python. Without loops, you have to write too much bulk amount of code. So we will see further. So first of all, what is loop? Loop in Python are used to execute a block of code repeatedly. Means if you write some part of code, like you are writing this part of code you written, but now you want same code in further part of program, you want same code. So you have to write again the same thing. But Python will help you by loops that you do not need to write this complete code here. You just need to call some loop, for loop, while loop, or some machine loop. Means just use the loops and it will give you usable code. So you do not need to write the complete code again and again and again and again. It will help you to avoid writing repetitive code. Okay. In loops, there are in general there are three loops: for loop, while loop, and nested loop. And we will see further. For loop. First, this is first loop. In for loop, it is used to iterate over a sequence like place, tuple, string, or range. Okay. We'll see this by example in VS Code. So this is our code program. Here we define the value of n is 4. Means we are already defining one variable n, and inside that n the value is 4. So for I in range 0 to n. Okay, so it is printing n. How it is printing? Let's assume this is up to 4 now. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now these are all numbers it is present, but it is seen from 0 to n. First of all, what print I? So I is another variable here that whatever the value we are getting from range 0 to n, it will go to I and it will print the value I here. Okay. So first of all, we'll take I as 0 because it is the range is starting from 0 onwards and it is ending up to n. Okay. So first is 0. It will print 0. Then n value is what? It will move to next one. Next one is what? 1. Then it will print 1. Similarly, it will print 2. Similarly, it will print 3. It will not print 4. Why it will not print 4? Because it is saying 0 to n. N value is what? 4. So we can run only up to 4 values. 0 to 1, 2, 3. These are already 4 values. So it cannot take fifth value here. If the condition is 0 to n plus 1, so then here it will take 4 also. Okay. So this is for loop. If you run this, then it will come 0 to 3. Look here. The output is 0, 1, 2, 3. Whenever you are printing in range, means for I in range, the condition will be always starting value, whatever you want to put, you can put 0, 1, or whatever value you are putting. But in ending value, whatever the output will be always the n minus 1 result will be output in printing. N minus 1 will be printed. Like here, if you put 5 at the range, then 4 is the output here. If you put 4 here, it will print up to 3 here for range. This is in form of range. Okay, means numbers. You are printing numbers. But what about if you want to print? If you do not want to print numbers, you want to print some kind of character. Then what? So you do not need for I or something. You can just print for char in Python. Okay, this is one loop we created. So now what is the variable here? Char. Now if you print this pyth and Python is printing. Okay, line by word, it is printing all the characters in Python. So this was for loop iterating over data types. As I told you earlier, that for loop iterates over a sequence such as a list, double, string, or a range. Okay. So here I am showing you that example for it. For x in this is the fish. Now if you run this program, so you got this is the fish. You are putting all the data inside the list in x variable x. Okay. So it will iterate all the data for up in print. Okay. So this is like this iterating over data. So let's move to next slide. Iterating by index. In last iterating by data, it was like the data is here, some data is here, some data is here, some data is here. So it was printing data by data by data in series. Okay. Now here it is not printing data; it is printing on index values. Like the Dipesh is here, so it will make a block like this: D E E P E S H. Now it will break down this, and based on this, it will print like D. It will print this D E E P E S H. So it will print like this. That's why it is ranging from alien. Alien means used for what? Alien is used for getting the length of the list. Okay. So here we have given that the list li is list is there li, and it is the page. This is the list. Now it will take the length of list and it will put it on index. So it will print what? Index value of list, li list. Okay. Now if you run this, we will get it result here. It is the page. Okay. It is printing by the index value of list. Like I told here, this is what first value. So it is printing first, not the second value of list. It is third value of list. So it will print according to this. Okay. In the end of for loop, I will show you an good example. Okay. Here I created one. Here I created all the different data types which are available for iteration through for loop: list, tuple, and string dictionary. So we will see all the data types for loop and see how the change is there in for loop when we run this. So this is result for list condition. It will print x value of list. So here my name is Dipesh. It is printing my name is Dipesh word by word. Next is what tuple. In tuple also it is similar to this, list only. So it will take x as first and all the values of tuple as x. My name is Dipesh. So first it will take x is equal to my, then x is equal to name, then x is equal to is, then x as Dipesh. So this is printing again my name is Dipesh. Next is what string. So it is taking string word by word. ABC is the word. Now it is taking x as a, then B as x, then C as x. So here it is printing A B C ABC. Now this is dictionary. In dictionary, there is not a single uh, word sentence or some kind of data in single data. In dictionary, whenever you see dictionary, then you have to see that there is one value of data and there is one index value of data. Means you cannot directly print only 1, 2, 3 or 3, 5, 4. You have to print also the index value, means where you are able to search this data inside this dictionary. At what place the data is present inside the dictionary. Okay. So here it is showing that at X position 1, 2, 3 data is saved inside the dictionary, and in Y position 3, 5, 4 data is saved inside the dictionary. In while loop, it executes a block of a statement repeatedly until a condition is false. How you are how will you understand this? Like you write some in for loop. In for loop, you write one condition, it will run until the range is there. Means from beginning until the end. Okay, there is no stop something or any kind of break somewhere. But in while loop, it will start the loop. It will work again, 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 again until like here is one code, block of code here. It will code is working. Now this will run by time. Condition is when condition is true. It will work again if condition is true. But if condition is false, it will stop working the loop. Loop will not act further onwards. If you want to run again the loop, you can run the program, but that loop will be stopped when the false condition is there. It will act only until the condition is true. Let's move to the example of while loop. In while loop, the given data is what count. Count is given. It is 0. Now we are counting it until the value is 3. Okay, if the value is 3 greater than 3, the condition will be false. Okay, so when the count is less than 3, it will print hello Dipesh, and it will also increase the value of count by 1. Okay, so let's assume the count value is what 0. Now it is 0, it will check the condition. This count is 0 is less than 3. Yes, it is 3. So now count value is what? Now count value is what? 1, because count plus equal to 1. So count plus 1 equal to means count equal to count plus 1. So now count value is what? 1, and print hello Dipesh. It will print hello Dipesh. Okay, now count value is what? 1. It is 1. Now 1 is less than 3. Yeah, 1 is less than 3. It is still following the condition. It is again increasing the value of count as 2. Now count value is what? 2. So it will again, condition is 2, so it will again print the condition hello Dipesh. Means it will print again the same statement that we have given to execute. Now the count value is 2, so it will again check is 2 is less than 3. Yes, it is again less than 3. Then it will again print hello Dipesh. Now the value of count is not 3. 3 is not less than 3. 3 is equal to 3. So the condition is false. So 3 times the hello Dipesh should be printed. Okay. So let's see this by example in VS Code. So this is our while loop condition. Count equal to 0. It's the same program which we have seen in our PPT. Now if you run this, so it is showing hello Dipesh, hello Dipesh, hello Dipesh 3 times. Means our program is working properly. So this is while loop. Until the condition is true means until the value is less than 3, it is printing. It is further code is working. When the condition is wrong means when the value is more than 3 or equal to 3, it will stop working. So let's move further. Our next thing is infinite while loop. Infinite while loop means when your condition is true. When you uh, condition is true, it will run the program without stopping. So as I told you, here the condition is true given already. Now it is printing the page. It will run until you don't stop the program. Okay. So let's see this by example. While true, look here, it is continuously printing the while loop. Now we have to kill the terminal. Our next is nested loop. This is our third loop, for loop, while loop, and nested loop. Okay. So first of all, what is nested loop? Nested loop means loops inside the another loop. One loop is working properly here, and inside this loop, another loop is present. So that is nested loop. Okay. So we will see this. So it is given example here for 1, 2, 5. It will take print out until this condition is working. The another loop is working inside this for j in I. Okay, so it will print I and with space. Now we will see this in VS Code. Now this is our data. This is our nested loop. As I told, that loops inside another loop. This loop is inside above loop. Okay, if you run this, then 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4. And how this is coming? That's I will tell you by explanation. That first the value of I is what? 1. Then this I will move further on next for j in range I. Now I is what? 1. Then j is also 1. J value is all what? 1. So it will print I. I is what? 1. Then and with nothing. So it will move to next line. Now I value will move to 2. Now j value is also 2. So it will print I. I is what? 2. But after I there is also j. So j is what? 2 times. So 2 times j means 2 times I. I is what? 2 and 2 times I means 2, 2. So similarly here it will run 3, 3, 3 because our next value is what? 3. Then 4, 4, 4. Okay. So this value will run only up to 4. As I told you in for loop, the value runs until n minus 1 value. Here it is 5. So value will print up to 4 only. Okay. So this is nested loop in for. Let's move to our next loop, that is loop control statements. Until now we have seen the loop types. Till now we have seen the loop types for loop, while loop, and nested loop. These are three loops present in Python. But for controlling these loops also there are some other statements, control statements, which will help us to use loops more accurately. Like we are writing some code for loop is working. Now we want to stop this loop at this point, but for loop complete code will execute. So we cannot stop by ourselves. We need user some external. So here this break loop will work. It will exit the loop and continue this program. Means this will break the loop there. Okay, so like this break, continue, pass, these three control loops are present. We will see this in further example. These are these loop do what? It will break the loop, exit the loop, continue, escape iteration. It will stop the loop working and continue the code and do nothing. Pass means it will do nothing. It will just see it and move further. So first is what? Continue loop. Continue loop means skip the current iteration and continue with the next iteration. Okay. So let's see this by example. To next part, that is break example. Now, what is break? Break means it will totally stop the loop. The loop is working properly and continue what? Uh, it will work, and if there is some condition is there, continue statement is there, it will not execute of that part, then it will continue. But in break, if the condition is there somewhere for break condition, it will totally stop here. It will no further programming. Okay, it will work only up to here. No further iteration here. Okay, we will see this by example. Here I created one string. My name is Dipesh. This string is This string is inside the letter, and if letter value is E or letter value is S, either E or S, any value is present, then this will continue control continue value will be executed, program will be executed. Okay, and it will print current letter and letter whatever the letter it will take from this string. Okay, so we'll run this and we will understand it by this. So first, it is printing M. So this is printing M. Now, after that, it later will take what? Y. First of all, M, then Y, then N, then A, then M. After that, the value is A. So, until E is coming, it is properly printing everything. But E, when it comes, it is saying letter E or S. So, this will what do? It will escape the part of E and it will continue the program. After E is what? I. So I will work. After that, what S? In a S again, it is saying that you cannot run the program in S. It will continue by breaking this one. It will not execute. The program will not execute on the place of E and S. Then you will continue the program. After S is what D. Again in E it will not execute the program. After that again it will start P, E, S it will not execute. Then H will work. So that's why this result is coming N Y N A M I D P H from this. Okay. So this is continue loop in which when the condition is telling you can escape that loop and continue your loop again. So it is skipping the current iteration. It will execute the next iteration directly. So let's move. We bring the string. My name is Divesh, and again the same statement. If letter is E or letter is S, then it will break. Earlier it was continue in place of this continue, but now it is break here. So we will see what are the changes from earlier one to new one. You remember this? This was a continuous statement printing output. Now we will see to break statement. What are the difference between break and continue? Okay. So if you run this now, first save it, then run it. If you run this now, then the output is what? E. It will printing only E letter. Why E letter? Because as I told you earlier, in Python, indentation is very important. That E is coming output because the printing function is not working inside this part. It was working for complete for loop. Inside this for loop, now it is printing for if loop only. Earlier it was printing for loop. Okay. Now it is working for if condition only. So if the loop, uh, if the code is working properly, then it will print all the words. Now it is what doing? It is printing M, then printing Y, then printing M, and then printing A, then printing M. Now it is coming E. As I told, either E or S. If any one of these comes, then the program will stop its iteration. So here E is coming, so it stops iteration here, no further programming output. So similarly here it is showing that only up to M it is printing. So this is break statement. Whenever the condition is fulfilling, it will stop working at that same point. It will not further execute the its iteration. Okay. So this was break statement. Let's move further. This is pass statement. Okay, so like this last two, we will see also this example. Similarly, here we take a string for letter in my name is Dipesh. Now, if you run this, it is printing last letter H. It is printing last letter as H. It will pass all the programs and it will print whatever the last output is there. Pass statement. The pass statement is null operation. It does nothing. It acts as a placeholder where a statement is syntactically required but no action desired or implemented yet. It is often used to create empty classes, functions, or loop bodies that will be filled in later, limiting indentation error or other syntax error. Okay. Next is what we have learned. We will summarize everything. So first of all, we have seen for loop. It will iterate over the sequence, means it will complete the program again and again and again and again and again from starting to end. And while loop, it will run again and again the loops, means complete the code again and again until the condition is true. When the condition is false, it will stop. Runs until the condition is false. If it is true, then only it will run. If the condition is false, it will stop working, it will not work. The next is nested loops. Nested loop means one loop is working properly here. Inside this loop, another loop is working again. So loop inside another loop. Okay, these are three loops, and except these three loops, the other three are continue, break, pass, which control the looping part inside your program. Without continue, break, if you're writing big programs, then it will make you troubleful. Okay. These are practice questions. You can create these five simple programs using for loop, while loop, or nested loop by using continue and break. Okay, so these are five simple programs. You have to do it by yourself. And if you feel any problem, you can comment to me. I will help you. These are very simple things. Okay, thank you.